Welcome to Alan Colmes Versus, where we discuss some of the more controversial things that have been said in the recent news cycle on both traditional and digital media, the epitome of what we like to call fair and balanced. Joining me today via Skype is former Navy SEAL and author of Enemies, Foreign and Domestic, Carl Higbie. Carl, welcome aboard here. You've been promoting the idea that we should continue, what we used to do is torture. You're for waterboarding. You say that's not torture, but you're for even more robust forms of torture. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not that I want to do it. It's not that I think it's a great thing to do. I think, though, that we need to level the playing field. And I think we need, I'm not saying break the law. I'm saying change the law, renegotiate it, because right now we're the only ones who abide by these.
Well, it's not just the law. You know, it's the U.S. Constitution, which talks about cruel and unusual punishment. That's the Eighth Amendment. It's the UN Convention on Torture. It's the U.S. Code of Military Justice. And it's the Geneva Conventions that have been in place since 1949. You want to do away with all those agreements?
I want to make altercations to them, absolutely. I mean, I think that we are the only ones abiding by them, and it's greatly affecting our ability to defeat an enemy that we don't understand.
Well, you say we're the only ones abiding by it, but you know the reason behind the Geneva Conventions is that it makes our own troops more safe. Not that they always are, but by allowing us to torture, we put our own men and women in greater jeopardy by putting them in a position where retribution is more likely.
Well, I mean, I think that we don't have to worry about retribution being more likely. I think if they get a hold of a U.S. citizen over there in ISIS, they are going to do whatever they want to do with them. I mean, they've been chopping people's heads off. I don't think it puts us in any more jeopardy. And I think it's, it's unfortunate reality that I think we need to turn to this a little bit more.
Well, if you're going to say we should do whatever they should do, should we chop heads off too?
I mean, I don't really think that that's the need we need to go. I think what we need to do is we need to open the book so we can get information from these people. And believe me, people will tell us information. You know, there's studies that support both sides. I genuinely believe that enhanced interrogation tactics or torture, if we go that route, will help us get information.
Well, you know that there are many interrogators, and there's one who's written a couple of books on it, Matthew Alexander, writing under a pseudonym, who talked about, for example, the capture of al-Zarqawi, who said that it was not torture, it was not that kind of action that got information, and in fact, what you need to do is develop trust with your subject, not torture them, because people will say anything in order to stop the torture. They'll say anything at all.
That's a little ideological, though, Alan. I mean,
not ideological, it's true. It's been studied.
Well, I mean, it's been studied by one guy,
Not one guy. This is not one guy. Our State Department's against it. They're against waterboarding. Humane organizations are against it. Many military analysts are against it. The FBI is against it. This is not one guy who's against us behaving like that.
Yeah, the thing is, Alan, if you befriend some of these people in captivity, sure, they'll act like your friend. But remember, the Quran teaches people to deceive the infidel, too, to be deceptive to them, to try to get them on your side. The fact of the matter is, if we start, if we just be nice to all these guys in prison, they're not going to give us what we want. This has been their goal.
It's not a matter of being nice. For it. When you favor torture, you want to do away with all the agreements we just mentioned. You want to bring us down to their level, don't you?
It's not that I want to bring us down. It's that I want to win this war so I can keep Americans safe.
Well, I don't think that keeps America safe, and many people would agree with me on this. Also, who are we as a country? Where is our integrity? What are our core values? And do our core values say we should be freezing people, subjecting them to all kinds of different temperatures, waterboarding people, putting people in extreme situations, ripping off fingernails? You have no problem with this stuff.
No, a lot of these documents, too, support and do not aid the enemy. And we have to think very long and hard about how are we aiding the enemy? We're giving them 3 meals a day and better health care than our soldiers are getting.
I'm not talking about health care, but what are our core values? Are we a country that tortures? Is that who we are?
We are a country that needs to look out for our own citizens, and if people don't want to accept the fact, look, Alan, I've looked this enemy in the eye. You and I have had this conversation before. I'm prepared to do anything to keep my brothers and sisters safe in America.
So it doesn't matter. Throw our values out the window. Do anything it takes. Forget about the UN Convention on Torture. Forget about the U.S. Code of Military Justice. Forget about the Constitution. Forget about the Geneva Convention.
Let them decide. Say, hey, look, you want to start treating our guys by those same standards? We will too. But until then, we level the playing field. I think they're going to change their tune.
All right, Carl. Thank you very much. The book is called Enemies, Foreign and Domestic. Be sure to follow Carl on Twitter at Carl Higbie. I'm Alan Colmes. Thanks for watching.